Part two, baby. It's part two, baby. It's part two. Salmon curry for you. Hello, everybody. I had to put a little ice pack on my shin because I slipped over from the mango on the floor because I was showing everyone how to use the Tupperware can opener, but we're all good. We've got 14 seconds left for the mango curry to finish. What I wanted to show you is I'm going to do some Asian greens with it, right? So let's move that out of the way. Oh, can you see that? That's all good. I've got all of my Vent Smart containers. I've got all these beautiful Asian greens because cabbage and cauliflower was like $8 a cabbage, right? Like $9 for a cauliflower. I went, no, thank you. $1.50 Asian greens, not a problem. So I'm right to go. I've got these set, and I've got some of these. If someone knows what they're called, can someone tell me? Because I always get the names mixed up. Sorry about that. We'll pop that into there, and we've got some of these as well, right? So they were literally $1.50, $2 a bunch. And so I thought, what am I going to do with them? How am I going to cook them? How am I going to store them? I've got my Tupperware Vent Smart, so I'll show you how I do that, right? So in the meantime, I've got, this is the Tupperware salad spinner, okay? So these are quite a few different pieces. There's a little dimple in the bottom. Oh, we got a little bit of leftover greens in there. There's a little dimple on the bottom. Can you see that little dimple? This little basket, now when you're not using this as a streaking cap, right, you pop that into there. You can wash your socks and jocks in there. It doesn't matter how big your smalls are, they're going to fit into there, or you can use them to wash your salad. You may need 2 or 3 of them. All right, so what we're going to do is, the thing is with Asian greens, they tend to grow in sandy soil. So it really does need a really thorough washing, okay? So what I'm going to do is, I honestly don't know what any of these are called, right? But it's good for you, right? So we've got one of those. I don't know what it's called. We'll break this up into little bits, right? Then we've got one of these. I don't know what that's called. And we might just grab our Tupperware knife. Just remove the end bit, and so then we're just going to throw that straight into there. And we've got, that's fenugreek. Fenugreek? Oh, let's throw some of that in, because that's actually really yummy. We'll throw that into there. Well, it's all really yummy, but I've cooked with that before, so I know what I'm doing there. All right, let's pop that in. Now, let me just show you. I'm going to fill this up with some water from the sink. And I just wanted to show you, I've just got a little bit of water in there. I wanted to show you how the salad spinner works. So you just literally, if you've got strawberries, blueberries, lettuce, coriander, Asian greens, it doesn't matter what you want, tomatoes, capsicum. If you're a home grower, you just take this straight out to your veggie garden, pop in your veggies into here. While you're there, give it a bit of a rinse, and then, let me show you this. I'll just rinse that off. That was from when I was straining the peas earlier for the curry. There is a little hole straight in here, so you can pour your water out. Now look at that. Look at I haven't even spun. Oh yeah, I have spun that. Look at the colour of that water. That's just from doing that. So what you can do is just give it a spin dry. Now there is, on the bottom, there is an anti-slip grip. So if you do want to put that into the dishwasher, just remove the anti-slip grip, but you don't need to, because you just put it with water, fill it with water, give it a spin, and it's washed, right? So you just spin that around. That's going to spin dry. The centrifugal force pushes the water down to the side, down underneath that dimple, and then you can just strain that off. We will just give it another spin dry. Do it the other way as well. There we go. How cool is that? And then that just goes straight into the garden, and we're good to go. Now with these ones, let me just show you. What are we going to do? Let me just show you. Here we go. Grab your Vent Smart container. All your leafy greens, you can pop them straight into there. And with the vent, most leafy greens are 50-50, half and half. So they're what we call a medium breather, right? So can you see, where are my glasses so I can show you? See up the top here, see how there's 3 circles? You've got a circle that's half and half, a circle fully coloured in, and a circle fully open, right? So what that does is, that corresponds with, can you see in each box in the corner, that corresponds with the circle, whether it's fully open, fully closed, or half and half. So half and half is a medium breather, fully closed is a light breather, and half is a heavy breather. We've all known a few of them in our time, right? So we pop them into there. What you do is you seal that, and you pop it onto the half and half, pop that into the fridge. Now, if I forget that it's in there, I can come back next week and there's still nothing wrong with it. Crunchy, green, it hasn't gone yellow, it stays green, it stays crunchy, and I can use it in next week's cooking. Really, really easy. Exactly the same with all of my other leafy greens, all right? So we've got that into there. Then what we're going to do is we'll grab our little flexible cutting mat. We'll pull the pressure cooker out. Now, can you see... Oh, you should... That salmon mango Thai curry smells delicious. Can you see how the pressure indicator, that little yellow indicator, that's in the up position? That means it hasn't finished cooking. The residual heat in there needs to... Like the heat and the pressure need to finish the cooking process, and you know it's still working because the pressure indicator's in the up position, right? Does that make sense? Did I just say that right? There'll be someone letting me know if I said it wrong. See here? See how the pressure indicator is in the down position? That means it's safe to remove the safety arm and twist off the cover to reveal what you've got inside there, all right? So what we'll do is we will let that sit. We'll pop that back on the display. What we are going to do is we'll pop those greens into there when we're done. And then in the meantime, I've got my spring onions, right? My green onions or shallots. What do you call these? Can someone tell me what you call them? I'm in Southeast Queensland. We call them spring onions, right? Where do you live? Actually, let me know where you live. Where do you live? What do you call these? All right, so we've got them in here. I'm just going to do these green onions. All I did was grab my Tupperware scissors. Where are my Tupperware scissors? I've got stuff everywhere now that I had a bit of a slip in the kitchen with the mango. You should have seen that mango. Ba-dum-bum. I've got those in there. I can't find my Tupperware scissors. It's all go, go, go at Tupperware Pete HQ. That's for sure. So we've got that happening there. We will throw that into there. And while we're waiting for all of that, I'm going to show you my cauliflower rice. Now, cauliflower in your Vent Smart will last, in my fridge, it will last for 6-8 weeks, right? Now, when I do my videos, sometimes I forget to put them back into the fridge and they stay out on the bench or on the display all night long. All night long! I can tell you, it's a very interesting party with the cauliflower when you don't pop it back into the fridge at night. So, because of that, on this cauliflower, I do have just a couple of little black bits. Now, there's someone that's going to say, don't eat that. Well, I'm sorry, at $9 a cauliflower, I'm just going to trim this black bits off, right? Because I'm not throwing that away. I paid good money for that cauliflower 6 weeks ago, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just going to trim that off. Now, some people will say, Peter, you shouldn't do that in a Tupperware video. But seriously, am I the only person that trims the black bits off the cauliflower and eats it? I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that does that, right? So all I'm going to do is just trim off these little black bits off my cauliflower, right? Nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Do you do that at your house? No airs and graces with me, that's for sure. There's nothing wrong with it. Maybe I wouldn't tell people that it was black when I was... right? But, like, look at that. Nothing... Oh, that's a little bit... There we go. All the black bits gone. Thank you very much. And I'm going to pop this in my supersonic chopper. We will remove the blade covers. We will pop them into there. And I'm literally... We'll just break that up into bits. Core and all, stalk and all. Right? And I do have... I've got another bit here. Let's just... We will remove that black bit, right? Because we don't want to eat that. But I'm not throwing this away. I paid $9 for this cauliflower. I'm going to eat it. Thank you very much. So, we're going to pop that into there. All the black bits are gone. There's the cauliflower in there, right? Literally, cauliflower rice. Cauliflower rice. Or if you want to, you can cook rice in your Tupperware pressure cooker or in the Tupperware the microwave rice cooker. It's really easy, perfect fluffy rice every single time. I paid $9 for this cauliflower. I'm going to eat it. So there's my cauliflower rice, all right? So pop that into there. If you want to, you can grab a Tupperware bowl. Grab a Tupperware Eco Plus clear bowl. I'm just going to pour that straight into there. You can pop that on the table to serve. Just grab a little Tupperware spatula and we will run that around the edge of there. We'll get the rest of that cauliflower rice. $9 a cauliflower. I'm going to eat it. Right? So we will pop that around in there. Come on, tell me I'm not the only one that does that. All right, so pop that into there. We'll pop that down. There we go. Okay. Right? Now, I can add that to a salad. I can have that with a soup. I can use it as my rice for my cauliflower. I can seal that, stick it in the fridge, and because it's liquid tight and airtight, I can stick it in that way, upside down, find a little hole in the fridge, pop that into there, and then I can just grab the tab, peel the seal, and I can stick that on the table to serve, and people can just help themselves. Really easy to do. Let's just wipe this bench down. We'll remove this. We got a little bit of cauliflower rice happening. I got a little bit excited. All right. So what we will do now, this pressure indicator, can you see this pressure indicator has gone into the down position? That means the pressure has finished cooking the food and it's safe to remove this little safety arm. Move that out of the way so you can see that. Can you see what I'm doing? Move the safety arm, give that a twist, and we will remove it that way. Let the steam escape that way. And, oh my goodness, it doesn't look like much now, but wait. I cannot wait. It's going to be yum. All right, so what we'll do is, we've got our Tupperware spring onion. We've got our spring onion, all right? So what we'll do is we'll pop this way. If I knew where I just popped those Tupperware scissors, I'd be laughing. They would be wonderful, wouldn't it? You should see what I see. All right, so we'll pop this down. What I'm going to do is just grab that. I'm going to plant that in my Tupperware chop collector. People often ask me if I have pets. I don't have pets, but I do have a collection of spring onions out the back in the Tupperware chop collectors, all right? So all I'm going to do is I will grab we'll grab our Tupperware Mastro cleaver, and we will just, remove that bit. We will just slice this up. Can you see what I'm doing here? Let's move this way. Can you see this here? There's our cauliflower bits. I'm just popping this up into little bits. What you do is you can do as little or as a lot as you so desire. If you want to, you can grab the small little Tupperware Eco Plus clear bowl. We're going to pop them straight into there. Might do a few more as well, but for now, for the video, you get the idea of what I'm doing, right? So I can then just seal that and pop that into the fridge. I don't like wasting food. Tupperware helps me not only save money, but it also, I don't contribute to landfill. I eat all my food. I don't throw it away, all right? So we've got that happening there. What we'll do is we will show you, we'll grab our Tupperware ladle, and I will just... There's the Tupperware ladle, which is ideal for pancakes. It's the perfect bowl size for pancakes. So what we'll do is we'll just give this a bit of a, yum-oh. This is delicious. Wait till you see this, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab a bowl, which of course I organised before I went live. Before I went... I prepared this earlier, right? So this is my bowl. I'm going to do a little bit of cauliflower rice, which we will grab our spoon. Let's do a little bit of cauliflower rice just at the bottom. Everyone should have a little bit of raw veggies in their diet, don't you reckon? And then, look at this. This is our, how am I going to do this so that you can see? It's very hot. Can you see this here? Look, it is gorgeous. Salmon, peas, I made that homemade curry paste. If you have a look at part 1 of the video, you'll see how I made it. My glasses are fogging up, all right? So I'll pop that into there. We will now just serve this up. Salmon, peas, capsicum, onion, garlic, ginger, turmeric, ground coriander. We had fish sauce, some sugar. We've got our, of course, mango, peas. Look at that. That is delicious. That's my salmon mango curry. I've got my... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the Asian greens. Quick, hang on a minute. So all I'm going to do is just tear this up and just pop it straight into here. Right? And that is going to stay crunchy. It's going to add a bit of greens. All we want is for those greens to wilt into there. I should have done that. I was like, hang on, have I forgot something? Yes, I have. The Asian greens. We'll throw that straight into here. You can just use spinach if you want. I saw the Asian greens. They were really quite fresh and beautiful. I've got a few spring onions. I can now just sprinkle that on the top in there just for a bit of colour and freshness and crunch. If I want to, I can throw them into there as well. That's really easy. Just give that a bit of a stir. Now, what I might do is let that sit. I'll just pop the top back on and let that sit for another 5 or 10 minutes. Let that, there's enough heat in there to wilt those greens. They'll still stay crunchy. They'll retain all of the texture of the Asian greens and it'll retain the colour as well because all I'm doing is just slightly wilting them, all right? There's my cauliflower rice. I'm going to take some photos of this and give me a like, a follow, a subscribe. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know, what do you call these in your neck of the woods? I call them spring onions. What do you call them? If you've got any questions or suggestions, let me know. And in the meantime, there's always one thing you need to forget. At least one thing. Forget your troubles and get happy. Dance your cares away. Shout out and get happy. I'll see you all another day. Thank you all for watching, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.